Good morning, everyone, on LinkedIn Live. Good morning, everyone. Also watching us on Facebook and on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? My name is Adrian, and I'm the CEO and founder of Career Agility International. And as always, every Friday, we have our lovely Executive Director and Super Coach Yen. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. It's Friday, and even though it was a short week, it felt long, didn't it?
Yeah, I know. As I was saying, I love public holidays to be on Fridays, not Mondays. Monday public holidays make me feel like gone too fast. Gone too fast. No.
It doesn't work. You're right. We had two holidays that landed on Mondays, and I was exhausted by the end of the week. But anyway, it's Friday, and we're very happy to be here today.
Friday and Friday.
We recorded last week's session, but now we're back live again. So looking forward to answering any questions. And if you have any questions that you'd like to ask us, please put it into the chat, and we will be happy to address them.
Yeah, and it's been a crazy busy week for us. We've been coaching almost back to back with our clients, and for other clients who couldn't get slots with us, apologies. We'll try to open up more slots, but it's been crazy and it's been exciting. And we wanted to share with you today some of the concerns which were brought up in the past couple of weeks, especially in these tumultuous times where you see everyone. Every other company is like downsizing, right sizing, retrenching, all the other fancy words that basically spells negativity.
Delayering, consolidating, restructuring,
reorganization. These are all terrible words, but it's the reality in life as we see it. So that's why today we thought it would be rather instructive for us to talk about the awful truth about job security, and also, the subtext is why you shouldn't trust your employers too much.
It's a contract, but like everything in life, it's temporary. It's transient. I think what is it? We're friends until we're not. You know what I mean? We're colleagues until we're not. It's true. So we need to play the long game, and that's why we're here to talk to you about this concept of the infinite game, and to make sure that you stay at least aware about what's happening in the market, so that you never find yourself at the dead end. That's very dangerous.
Yeah, and it is a very risky proposition if you still believe in job security, or worse still, if you are fighting to have job security. And we're going to touch a bit about that later on as well. But we want to define what job security is in this episode. We want to be able to talk to you about why you shouldn't be looking at job security, what other things you can look at, and how do you go about getting yourself out of that job security mindset into something a lot more versatile, a lot more resilient, and a lot more sustainable.
Yeah, that's the keyword here today. Sustainability.
But
so the other keyword is TGIF.
Yeah, I know. It's just lovely. I know I've got lots of things planned this weekend. But anyway, let's jump into the action. Okay.
Yep.
And once again, if you have any questions for us, please drop in the chat box. So, but as we were preparing for this morning's discussion about job security, there are three important questions we want to ask ourselves. Why are we talking about job security today? What's the thing about job security that's bothering everyone? And why is it important?
A lot of us assign our identity and our ego and our purpose and our lives and our life's purpose to our jobs, and when even the thought of changing jobs, let's not even talk about the fact that our company might be restructuring, but let's say there's an opportunity, and I call you up and I say, hey, would you consider this opportunity, because I have a client who is doing something and they're expanding and they're doing something else. Would you even be open? And go like, no, I'm happy here. So I think it's also psychological safety. Perhaps it's a
safety thing, right? I agree.
It's a comfort zone. It's a status quo. People don't like change.
Yeah, No, nobody does. I mean, it's like even the aircon. If my wife changes, it makes it cold. I'm already unhappy. It's like, have you seen the electric
Or
bills last month? This month it's like no.
or if she buys a brand new flavor of coffee, or she changes the toothpaste brand and you're not happy.
Oh, don't go there. Okay, so but yeah,
Comfort zone. I think we're
it's
all,
comfort zone. It's comfort zone.
yeah.
And increasingly, we did a survey last year, and we found that 79% of our respondents were actually worried about whether or not they still had a job in 6 months' time. And that's an alarmingly high number because it's 4 out of 5.
I like to say that it's not a bad thing that you are concerned, but just don't let it shackle you and become a worry burden
Mm-hmm.
without any action. Worrying is unproductive. So I'm glad that people are concerned. I'm glad that people are thinking,
Yep.
because if they're asking themselves these questions, then
Mm-hmm.
what's next? So what can
Yeah.
we do about it? Don't just worry and then cry,
Yeah.
complain, blame the
Moan,
government.
groan. Yeah. Uh, so what really is job security? Job security is just a person hoping that their job is still there and they will not lose their job. And effectively, that is the definition of job security. So when a new offer comes up to you, from a headhunter, the first question you ask is this job secure or not? Basically, the underlying question is, will this job be there for the next 3 to 4 years? No, I don't want to move out of it. So job security to me, okay, Ian, it's basically a state of mind. When you think that,
Yeah.
okay, it's going to be secure, it's going to be here, and therefore I'll continue to be paid, and there'll be no disruptions to my cash flows because that's important to me. But I want a job that is secure.
Yeah. But it's never secure. Things change. And
No
when
one
everyone
yeah.
talks about this thing
Oh
called
yeah.
the equilibrium point, if you think
Yeah.
about it, equilibrium seems to be like a happy sweet spot. And then they get very disgruntled when that changes. And you were just talking about how someone is wishing that their job is secure. If a headhunter calls you, quick tip, folks, headhunter calls you and says, hey, there's this opportunity. First question should not be, is the job secure? The first question should be, has headcount been approved? Is this even a real job? And then the next question will be, what happened to the incumbent?
Yeah.
I would ask, what happened to the incumbent?
He
Why
died of
is the
he
role
died of heart
vacant?
attack because the job was so stressful.
It's overwork.
No, it's overwork. He died. Oh no, he had a stroke in his chair, and they only discovered him 3 days later. So yeah, those type of things are real red flags. Okay, if you want red flags, we had one session on red flags couple months back, so you can tune back. But job security is something which if you ask me, it's a state of mind, as I said earlier. Okay, it
Yeah.
does not exist, but you think it's yours. You think the job is yours. You think worse still is some people think that the company owes them a job. So when they get retrenched, or they say, how can you do this to me?
Yeah,
I've
after
worked so hard
all
for
I've
the
given,
company.
after
How can you
all I've
do this
given to
me?
you.
Yeah, and it's sad because it just reflects that you owe me, but no one owes
Yeah.
anyone anything right now.
Yeah.
And that's tough. That's
The,
why.
the worst ones are the ones that said, I've given you the best years of my life. How could you do this to
Yes, and
me?
that's sad, no. And we've seen it before, okay. And it's just heartbreaking sometimes,
It
Although
is.
we talk about it, sometimes in less serious tones, but it is heartbreaking when you see someone
It
who
is. It is.
who
Because it's a big part of their identity is just
yeah.
gone.
I
You
once
know
had
how it
this,
is
yes.
when you introduce yourself and you say, what do you do? It's always the next question, isn't it?
Yeah. So when I once met this individual, and I was called to the office because she was being laid off on the day itself. She had been in the company for 24 years. Okay, she was close to retirement. She was about 59, and she was in the company for 24 years. And she was called to the office, and she was told she was being let go. And she broke down in tears, and she said, how can a company do this to me? Yeah, exactly your words. Now, I've given the best years of my life. I never got married. I never had friends. I always worked
Oh.
every night. I worked so hard. Even my health suffered. I gave it. How can you do this to me? And I just kept quiet, and I just went, yeah, it's tough. But that's the thing about job security, which we need to unshackle ourselves from, that you are holding on to something that's not really yours. So when my son was young, okay, very very young, used to go to McDonald's, and McDonald's used to give those balloons. They will come to you and say, hey, have a balloon. Remember? I don't know whether they still do it now because obviously I don't go to McDonald's with kids now, but we give a balloon. And what happens, Ian, when your kid gets a balloon? They're so excited, right? Yay,
Um,
it's a balloon, yay, yay.
they
And
instantly lose it, or
yeah,
I get annoyed because they bring it into a car and then
it
it blocks
obstructs your view
it
and you
blocks
can't see what's
the
behind.
rearview mirror.
And then you throw it away.
Um, yeah, it
Yeah, because
deflates.
it deflates. Yeah. So the job is just like that, analogous to that balloon. When you get it, you hold it, you think it's yours, you hope it's gonna be yours forever, but you know it's never gonna be there forever. After a while, you're gonna get bored of it. It's gonna deflate, or your mama's gonna throw it out the window. Okay, so what? That's why it's temporal, it's temporary, and that's what job security really is about. But the big question is, why is it futile to worry about job security? Resistance is
Because
futile.
worry is unproductive, like I said.
Yeah.
I believe in taking action, so
Mm,
utilize the worry productively.
yeah.
And if your gut is telling you something's not right, if you're looking around the organization and you get a sense that things are not going well, listen to your gut. Because why? You're sensing that people are having hushed conversations in the meeting rooms. All the meeting rooms are
Yeah.
booked.
Yeah.
You're kept out of the loop when it comes to major
Wow,
major
that's very
projects. Things are happening. Maybe they flew the HR from HQ over to Asia, and this HR person has a reputation for making changes. So if you get a sense of something like that, I mean, it's a matter of time, isn't it? There's going
yeah.
to be changes,
And
and
there's
even if
honestly,
you don't lose your job,
yeah,
sometimes it's a shift. Maybe you're
it
tasked with
is.
more work,
It
or
is.
maybe you've been asked to join a different division.
Yeah.
But change is uncomfortable.
Change is
So
uncomfortable.
it's not really futile. I think it is futile if you just
No, I
worry and do
think
nothing.
yes, correct. And I think worry is always futile. But the worst thing about job security, trying to secure or obtain job security, basically means I hope I don't get fired. Some people will resort to office politics. Some people will resort to
Ooh.
brown nosing, kissing the boss behind, and all sorts of things just to hang on to their job, which is not what working life is all about, right? So
Yeah.
it's that's why we say that it's futile to worry about
It's
job security.
keep
Uh,
calm and career on.
keep coming
Hang
career
on,
on.
I need
So
coffee.
yeah, we have merchandise for sale. Just kidding. Uh,
You're not for sale.
it's not for
What's
sale. It's
this?
limited
Limited
edition.
edition.
Yeah, just for the fun of it. Mine says the boss.
All right.
Yeah,
Ego.
ego. Yes, yours, and yours says. You want to show our listeners what
No, I
yours
don't
says?
want to show the world because that's what you name me, but it's not what I subscribe to. But thank you
Okay,
very
that's what she
much.
is.
I appreciate it.
Super coach. Hashtag super coach. Yeah, yeah,
I appreciate it.
yeah. We all love you.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. I appreciate it.
Okay. So if we're not talking about job security, what should we be talking about then? And we want to change the focus about you should not be looking at job security itself. You should be looking at career security, career sustainability. Okay.
It's really
Uh,
about the long game. Absolutely.
And it's something that's more in your control. And career security and career sustainability, they are kind of interchangeable. Okay. The whole idea about career sustainability is what can you do today and moving forward to ensure that you have confidence in your own capabilities such that companies will want to hire you, not just your current company, but you have your upskill, you have up-to-date skills, you've been very well performing, you have the networks, you know the three competitors who are going to hire you if ever you get fired today or you resign today, and you continue to be relevant to the market. And that's what we call career security and career sustainability.
I like that, and I just want to add to that point that I think the Gen Zers and the younger audiences, the younger demographics, are very attuned to sustainability because they're always looking at new modes of employment and new modes of income streams. It's not just about a job. And then if I work in this job and then ergo I can only do this job, where else can I do this job? Which is kind of very limited in their thinking as well. So like you said, oh, what are the three companies? Is there a competitor who would love my experience and pay me the same amount of money?
Or more.
But above and beyond that, you'll notice that on the social media platforms, everyone's talking about other income streams. So the younger gens are really finding a lot more alternative ways of working, which I feel is the way that the market's shifting towards. The world is going towards more of that hustle. Let's find more than one way of earning an income, so
Yeah.
that my career is sustainable.
Yeah,
So
not just from one source of revenue, but from
exactly, and
multiple
then
sources. So
you don't put all your eggs into one basket.
yeah, so that's why our viewer Eric. Hi, good morning, Eric. How are
Morning,
you?
Eric.
Okay, Eric says it's a very interesting question. Do you consider being a business owner to be securing your own job? I think it definitely is securing your own career, okay, and your own
Yes,
independence.
your career, but not necessarily the job, because the business, as with any employer, would also face market forces.
Yes.
It would also face changing consumer needs. There will be trends. Sometimes a bubble tea might be very popular, and then after that, it just dies a natural death.
Yeah. And
So
you know what? You know what has
having,
defied
yeah,
logic for me? The coconut drink craze right now. It's outlasted what I thought it would. I thought it was a craze, but they're
and
doing very well, you know.
there are so many outlets.
And they're doing so
But I'm
well.
a big fan. I'm a big fan of the Taiwanese desserts as well.
Oh
And
yeah,
the
I
queues are
know,
very
I know.
long. Yeah, sugar spike.
But
About
yeah, sugar spike. Yes, I know. I've been telling you about it. Okay, the glucose revolution. Read the book. Okay, it's yeah,
yes, uncle.
glucose,
Okay,
glucose.
I
Okay,
will.
but Eric, I love what you just said. Okay, being a business owner does offer a certain degree of career security, and I say career security because if you ask me, as a business owner, okay, I feel more career secure, not job secure, but career secure. Why? Because if I was working for other people, I'm actually at their mercy. I'm at the mercy of some boss or some boss, my boss's boss sitting in heaven knows which ivory tower in London or in the UK or anywhere else in the world. Okay, and at the flip of a switch, if the quarter doesn't look good, they decide to downsize and reduce costs. My job
Yeah.
is gone, or politics or whatever it is. So I am at the mercy of someone else. But being a business owner for the past 6 years, okay, running Career Agility International, I find that that you know if I feel it's because of me, or because of my stupidity, or I miss a step, or did something wrong, and it's
Or you
my
had a
fault, it's
big
on me.
argument with your business partner.
That so far that has never
No,
happened because we
it's
all love each
just to say what you're saying is that there's a level of control that you wouldn't
other.
have if you were perhaps a tenured employee, as opposed to someone who runs your own business. But it comes with its own risks and its own
Oh
challenges.
yes, oh
You
yes.
never switch off. You're always thinking about work. You're always wondering what's next. So the grass is always greener. But what I want to say is that if you are thinking long term and you're thinking macroeconomics, it gives you a lot more of that sustainability. It gives you a lot more control. It gives you a lot more of that decision making authority.
Yeah.
We've seen too many organizations, make snap decisions about maybe putting operations into lower cost countries, or and just like that, 900 headcount impacted.
Oh yeah.
It happens. So
And the latest news is that IBM has decided to halt hiring for all jobs that could possibly be done by AI.
yeah, it's
So
fine. There's hiring freezes
so
all the time, every
I
time. And
know,
I
I
just want to
know.
reassure our listeners, guys, listen. Market can be sucky, but there'll be hot spots.
There'll always be
And the
hotspots.
markets will be good, but there will be downs, but there'll be cold spots as well. There'll be
That's
sucky
why
areas. So
you
you
need
have to really be agile.
and that's why you
Come talk
need
to
to
us. We will help
think
you.
about building a sustainable career. Okay, because if your career is sustainable, it can take all these shocks. It is resilient. Okay, you're agile and you have a strategy that works, and that's why the way to beat the job security fears and the job security blues is to have a sustainable career and build a sustainable career. And what's the first thing you need to do? Oops, what? Oh,
Career
morning,
strategy.
morning, Val. Yeah,
What you want is
it's
a solid strategy for your career, a long term one.
yeah, it's good to see. That's why we worry. This is my favorite saying, and I'm saying it to death. I
Mm-hmm.
know, but it's my favorite saying. You know, the
Hundreds
difference
and
between
hundreds of times. But I like the
job
story too.
security, yeah, a difference between job security and career security. Okay, is a job security you're worrying about your job all the time. So a bird in a tall tree, okay, rests comfortably not because of its faith in the strength of his branch he's sitting on. Okay, but the confidence in the strength of his wings, because he knows that if someone shakes a tree or the branch breaks off, he's gonna fly off to a bigger tree with more fruits and poop on everyone else's head. Okay,
So if you're a cat, climb the tree, but Yeah, and then you got to
The
wait for
bird's gonna.
the fireman to rescue you from the tree.
But the bird, you be the bird, be the bird. Okay, strength of his wings, not hoping that the branch doesn't break. Okay, and that's the difference between having a sustainable career versus being worried, chronically worried about job security. Okay, that's
Those
really
of
really
us that are
important.
not birds, look for solid branches. Don't go too far to where the branch might be a little bit weak. So do your research, build your networks, build your infrastructure, your support structure, and then you can flit from branch to branch, like a squirrel. I don't think squirrels drop. Okay, I don't know.
No, squirrels are
It's it's
nuts.
it's too
Nuts.
early on a Friday.
Okay, yeah. So the first thing you need to do when you talk about planning for a sustainable career is to develop your career strategy. Now, Yen, what's a career strategy?
Okay, it is a long-term plan, but it's not just a plan. It's not rigid. It's not cast in stone. It is really about the long-term direction, and then of course there are multiple layers. So come talk to us. We have a 2-day workshop on career clarity. So yes, you want to develop your career strategy and figure out how you can be very agile in managing and executing that strategy.
Yeah, and everyone should have one. Okay, the problem is a lot of us don't even spend time thinking about our career because we're too busy spending time about our job. Not just about
Or
hitting targets, performing well. We're also worrying whether or not you have one next week.
or I'm the one I hear the objection I hear a lot is why bother planning? We don't know what tomorrow will bring. To some extent that's true, but that thinking is very limiting. It doesn't mean that just because you cannot predict tomorrow that you don't prepare for tomorrow.
Yeah,
So I like to think about tomorrow and the tomorrow.
tomorrow,
You know, there's
tomorrow.
there's there's,
I
there's the
love
short
ya
term,
tomorrow.
there's the short term, there's the medium term, and then there's the
You're
long term
only a day
strategy.
away. Yeah,
Stop singing.
exactly. Okay, anyway. But you got a point. I once had this guy challenge me and he said that why you want to have a strategy for tomorrow be different. Tomorrow you change the strategy you have today is going to be obsolete by next month, by next year. Why you have a strategy? And I say if you don't have a strategy, it's even worse, isn't it? You're just
Yeah,
going with the flow, you're just rolling the dice, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. And some of us are lucky, but some of us aren't. So do you want
Yeah.
to just leave your fate to chance?
And it's dangerous. Okay, so develop your own career strategy, and what that means, is where do you see yourself? Okay, in terms of your skill sets, in terms of your relevance, 5 years from now, 10 years from
Yep.
now. Do you want to accelerate right now? Do you want to hover? Do you want to, if you want to downshift? If you want to make a pivot, then what sort of pivots you want to move into? Is it a quadrant 1, 2, 3, or 4 move? And if you're wondering what all these are, you can find out all this information from our book, The Great Career Paradox, which is available on Amazon and at
Kino.
Kino, at Kino itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
and you
out
can
there. So
and you can get your
if
signed
you
copy of The Great Career Paradox now at www.thegreatcareerparadox.com. Okay,
okay.
free plug.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come
I
your
think you
face with
need
that.
you need you need to drink more coffee.
Uh, Maybe
Yeah.
I had too much coffee this morning. But the fun thing about it is basically it's a fun exercise to do. Okay, and I think at the most we all should have at least a basic career strategy in play
I don't know if it'll
because
be fun. I think it's sometimes very scary to face your fears. I think
mm,
it's very scary to suddenly look at your career and go,
yeah,
where have I
it's like
been?
looking your
What's next?
mortality in the face, right? It's like
It takes a lot of courage to address the unknown.
yeah.
So again, cut yourself some slack.
Mm.
Perhaps you want to
Come talk to
just
us. Come talk to us.
well, yes, you can,
Yeah.
or you can just listen to us on Spotify. How
Oh
many how
yes.
many episodes have we got now?
Oh, we got about 45, 48 episodes there already.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I haven't uploaded the past couple of ones. I'm so sorry, our dear listeners. We've been so busy. I've not had time to try to upload everything. But this weekend is here, so okay, no excuses. I promise you guys I'll do it. But you have to have a career strategy. You need to have a roadmap. You need to be aware of the variables. You need to know what's going to affect you, how your industry is going to change, how your skills need to be upgraded. So, a career strategy means that there are a lot of moving parts. Okay,
Yep.
and you need to have be aware of all this. To have that blueprint. Once again, I'm not kidding. If you really want to learn more about career strategy, go to our website and order a copy of the book, The Great Career Paradox, and we write a lot about career strategy in there.
You know, it's very similar to a business strategy, isn't it? No organization would
Yes.
embark on a business without a plan, without a business plan, without some sort of financial analysis,
Mm,
without data. Nobody's going to go, oh, I feel like, doing something and I'll just do it.
mm,
And if it works, works. But people don't do that. So if you kind of put career strategy and mirror that to any business strategy, it's
mhm.
very similar in its logic, in its
Yes.
DNA.
Yes.
And so just don't go out there blindly following the
Yes.
trends. Don't be a
Yeah.
lemming, if you fall off the cliff and then we all die together.
Hey, that was a fun game though. Uh,
A
by
game?
the
Was
way,
it a game?
Lemmings was a game. You never played Lemmings as a kid? It's a
I don't
computer
know
game.
how
The one
old
that
you
goes.
are, but maybe it was before my time.
At least I'll send you the app. Anyway, they have it on mobile game anyway. But anyway, point of fact here, lemmings do not run off the cliff and die. You know that, right? There was a Walt Disney fake documentary. It was a fake news
Yes,
from the 70s. So no, they all
yes.
don't run off and die. But it's so fun analogy to
But the
use.
po- the the analogy still works, even if it's
Yes,
fake, right?
yes.
So do a business plan for yourself, if it's any
And it's
consolation.
shocking and it's honestly shocking though when we do our surveys and we ask people, more than half of them do not have a working career strategy. So it's maybe that's your homework over the weekend to do one. And
Yeah,
with every strategy planning that you do, okay, you need to make contingency plans. The what if. I used
yeah.
to use the word exit strategy. Plan your exit strategy along a lot, but I know Yen has got this thing about exit strategies. Is that it's not
What?
always I remember I used to say make exit strategy and you go to okay. Exit is not the only strategy which you need to have. You can climb, you can accelerate, you
Oh,
don't
that's
always
true.
always need to
Yes,
exit,
yes,
right? So
yes, yes.
so that's why I decided not to use exit strategy, but I make contingency plans.
It's really important in a large bureaucracy, if you're working for a big
Oh
organization,
yeah, wow,
to consider the other internal options, because you already have that knowledge. Don't waste it. And in fact, that's a good acceleration strategy, which again, another quick plug-in for our career mastery program.
hmm
We give you some ideas on how you can accelerate your career. And I really like Eric's quote. Adrian, can you flash that? He says, yeah, you plan to fail or fail to plan. So plan and plan for anything. Plan for the contingencies. Plan for um, plan for rest as well. Plan for um, i- i- yeah,
Yeah,
just
and whatever it is, just don't plan and never come up with a plan. So
plan to plan. I'm gonna do
that's
my
that's
to-do list. Item number one: start a to-do list.
buy post-it pad for the list. Buy pen. It's number two. This part. Eric is absolutely right. Do you plan to fail or you fail to plan? And a lot of times, we the instinct is to go fly by the seat of our pants, and that could be dangerous. But what do we mean when we say contingency plans? Okay, so contingency planning is more like scenario planning. And what I will always say is, okay, imagine what if your boss came in tomorrow to the room and said, "Hey, Dan, I got bad news for you. We need to let you go."
Okay, how much? How much do I get?
Sorry, we don't
Because I
because the
got plans for
company
the
is
money.
because the company is not doing well, even though you've been with us for 18 years, okay, we only give you your 1 month notice. Good
Oh,
luck bringing it to
ouch.
MOM. Good luck. You can
But
sue
that's
me all you
true.
want. And
That
there's
that is
nothing you
tough.
can do about
There's
it,
nothing
right?
you can
So,
do, especially in Singapore. But if you
yeah,
work in other countries that have labor laws,
or
at
you
least to some extent you're
can bring,
protected.
yeah. So in that contingency, so first thing first, you think like, oh, shoot, do I have enough money? Do
Yeah,
I? So the financial contingency planning is definitely there. Okay. The second thing is,
yeah.
how long can I last with my money? The third thing is, what are the other jobs that are available outside? Sorry
I
about that.
think it's not jobs, but it's
What's up?
who should I be talking to
Yeah.
immediately to
Yes.
see what else is going on in the market.
And what sort of
And
roles
yeah,
and who's hiring and everything? Do they know you? So there are so many things. So just imagine, oh shoot, tomorrow I got retrenched. There's one contingency plan. Okay. The other contingency scenario is what if, and I know you get bored and sick of me saying this, what if AI comes in, okay, and takes away half your team that you're doing, the work that you're doing.
I love this specific what if question is a good one, because if AI is coming in, then how do I get ahead of the curve? How do I get
Yeah,
ahead of AI? How can I
yeah.
be the designer of the AI and not the one that's going
Or
to be the
going to
the
be
victim
designed out by
or the
AI.
victim of the AI?
And that's exactly what's going on in the US right now, It's when you see the Writers Guild of America, WGA, they're having a massive strike and walkout now.
Massive
And
strike.
all the late night shows are all off the air. Yeah, I hate those late night
So
shows.
we
All
don't need
we
writers
don't.
anymore because AI is gonna write everything
Yes,
for
you're right. And
you.
AI is funny, okay? AI
And
is
it's
really
funny. And
funny,
you come up with
ChatGPT is
limericks
amazing.
in
Come
like
up with
three
jokes, limericks.
minutes.
Out
Yeah.
of 10 jokes, even if one is funny, you just make AI generate 400 and you got 40 good jokes, okay? So
Yes. Yeah.
you don't need.
Yeah.
So one scenario planning you can do is, what if AI takes away my job?
Yep.
This part of my job. So, oh shucks. Then your response would be maybe, oh, I need to learn more about this AI thing. How's it stealing my job? I have a friend who's a graphic designer. She's worried.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
extremely worried because it's not because apparently what she tells me, okay, is that the job of a graphic designer when it comes to the pitching to the clients, right, it's not in how well you can draw, but what are the concepts you can come up with.
The
And
concepts
being
and
a
the
human, you
storyboarding.
cannot and as a human, you can come up with like how many 4 or 5 concepts a day. Mid Journey can come up with 200, okay, just putting in variables, and then you can pick and choose. You don't even need that pitching piece anymore. So now she's saying that now she's learning how to use Mid Journey to come up with concepts to fine tune. So the big question is, if
Yeah.
AI can steal
Yeah.
that part of the job, what are you going to do about it today, right?
Exactly. And so lucky for her, perhaps she's built a following and she's got some regular clients, but new entrants to that market, completely nothing. You've got nothing to build on, and that can be very, very difficult. It's very real. And
It's
we
very
have
real.
got some comments. In fact, so the
I like
question
this one.
is it too late? Is it too late
Yeah.
to have a career strategy at 47? It's never too late. Because at 47, you have another 20 years ahead
So
of you.
young. 47 is so young. I'm not kidding.
You sound so snobbish, Adrian.
I'm not being so sarcastic, okay? But because I'm 51 this year, so 47 is still young. I started career agility when I was 47, I think. Yeah, 46. Yeah, so those were the
Yeah,
younger
you
days.
can't compare to Colonel Sanders, right? So no, it's never too late. In fact, one of my favorite topics in fact is
Oh
what are you going to
yeah.
do when you reach a certain state in your life, when you're thinking, you know what, when you reach a certain seniority, okay, I'll just go there, be politically correct. There are some games you don't want to play anymore. So what are you going to do about it, right? And then you have choices. One of my favorite topics is downshifting, portfolio careerism, and active retirement. Because it doesn't mean that you retire, that you just stop doing everything.
Yeah.
Retirement can be very fun. So I like to tell the world that I'm retired. I'm officially retired. I'm doing this for fun, literally,
Active
because
retirement. This is an active retirement role for you.
so I love it because I can choose to do the things I want to do. So
Yeah.
retirement, okay, if you're listening, retirement by definition is where you stop doing the things you have to do so that you can do the things you want to do and
Yeah.
earn some pocket money along the way.
Yeah, it helps. It helps also if you strike Toto, and then you can really do what you really want to do. It's like
Yeah, please
you're not
plan
really.
properly. Make sure your financial backing and your support structure
Yeah,
is strong.
yeah. And
Yeah.
by the way, I do not condone gambling. So don't go waste your money on
No,
stupid gambling
no.
things. Okay,
It's
it
never too
doesn't.
late. And this is really important. The oldest person I helped to land after a retrenchment was 65. The oldest person I placed as a recruiter, I think, was 67. You have no excuse.
No excuse. In fact, for our listener here who shall be unnamed, okay, who said that is it too late to have a career strategy at 47 years old? I would say now is the best time to do it, because if you want to start thinking about your career strategy at 52, it's going to be even more challenging. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's even more challenging. So today is the day. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Okay, and it's the first day. It's right now is the point where you should start thinking forward. And a lot of times we think about, maybe I should have a career strategy, but then we kick the can down the road. Okay, until the
You
time where
procrastinate the thinking.
Yeah. Okay. So I would just say, get off your horse, go down, and start walking around and seeing what's actually the ground feels like. Okay. Come talk to us. Just drop us an email,
Can I
and
just
this
add?
important.
Can I just add that
Yeah.
there was a comment about job portals. When you reach a certain level in life, job
Yeah.
portals don't work for you. They don't work for you. So the more you apply, the more demoralized you become. So
Mm,
please activate a different strategy. It is not a matter of spamming. It's not a matter of rage applying. Don't do any of that. Apply. It just gives you this sense that you're not good enough. But that's not true. It is so not true. Okay,
it's not true.
because it's a
It's not
strategy
true.
that doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, job search strategy. We run a Get Hired Faster workshop as well. If you're keen on it, and for all our listeners now, uh, drop us a note. We are happy to give you more details about how you land a job faster with less stress. Okay,
Actually, the stress is the same.
more stress
Everyone who goes through the Get
because you
Hired
tekan them,
workshop,
you press them so hard. It's just like you bully them, and
hey, anything that's worth doing is
oh yes,
worth
I agree.
focusing.
I
So
absolutely
at
agree.
the end of that workshop, I don't wanna sell
Yeah,
you pipe dreams, dear
yeah,
listeners.
yeah,
It is hard work.
yeah,
I will tell you the secret sauce, and after you learn the secret sauce, you go like, okay, and then if you do it,
yeah.
you'll be great.
Oh, I love this one by Jonathan. What can I do at 71? Lots of experience with work, MBA, CPA.
You should
Jonathan, what can you
absolutely
do? Anything
mentor.
you want.
You
Anything you
should
want.
mentor. You should
Yeah.
you should sit on the boards of several startups so that you can give them some guidance.
Yeah. Give back
Yeah,
give back to society, not in the sense of money. Okay, but give back your wisdom,
I think I
Jonathan.
made pocket money,
And then you get pocket
and
money at the
some
end.
some
Yeah.
of this some of this board level pocket money is we're not kidding. It's 6 digits.
Yeah. But only
I
if
mean,
you're
if you can get it.
yeah, like, only if you can get it, and also only if you're politically connected. But I'm sorry, I didn't say that. But
No, you didn't.
okay. I hope no one records this. Wait a minute, this whole thing is being recorded. Okay, that's it. But anyway, it's there's a lot you can do. One thing I love about Jonathan's question is at 71, what can you do? You can do anything you want to. You know why? Because no one's gonna tell you no. Oh, you can't
Mm.
do it. No. Okay, unless you want to fly a plane, you want to be a pilot, or you want to go into extreme gymnastics or whatever it is, then unless but to be fair, I've seen 80-year-olds do the marathon, okay, the Boston Marathon. So yeah.
Gosh,
Uh puts me to shame because I can't even run
no.
more than
Let,
three
let's not
minutes
let's
before
not go
dropping dead.
there. Like
Let's not
like
go there. You're talking about
my
the most
joints
unfit guy in
are
the
my
world.
joints my joints are all very noisy at this point, and just
Hey,
just
hey,
the
hey,
thought of
hey.
running is
Hey, you did a 13-kilometer hike just last week. Okay, so you're
yes, and
better
I'm
shape than I
paying the
am. Okay.
price. Me and the husband, we went on a 13-kilometer walk on Monday, Labor Day, which is why this week is so bad because
No.
the Labor Day holiday is not a Friday, so I didn't
Yeah.
have the
So
weekend to
for
recover. 13
yeah,
kilometers, it's crazy.
it's crazy.
No, no,
Uh,
never again. I'm paying the price.
okay. So so our advice is number two is make contingency plans. Okay, make do scenario planning. What if I lost my job tomorrow? What if AI stole my job? What if I decide that I don't want to work full time anymore in the next 5 years? Okay, so it is all about getting prepared for scenarios, and then you start thinking, oh shucks, that's what I need to do, and that is those are the seeds of a career strategy.
What I do
Okay.
want to say is do not sit in that whirlpool tornado of worry planning,
Mm.
because a lot of us, some superpower is catastrophic thinking. So if I start
That's
with what
yours. That's
if,
yours.
like
Yeah.
what if the sky falls tomorrow? What
Yeah.
if I develop some I don't know medical issue? What if and then you worry, and then you don't sleep, and then it goes down this vicious cycle. Please don't do that. If you
Yeah.
think about the contingency, the key word here is, friends, it's planning. So you
Mm.
plan and you have an action item that you know will work. And if
Yeah.
you are thinking about scenario and you don't know what to do about it, go to your mentors, go to your network, ask around and reach out to people. You'll find that you're not alone,
Yeah.
and maybe you can
Not
get some
alone.
ideas from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right.
Don't get
So,
stuck in the psychology of
which
worry.
comes to the third point. How do you achieve career sustainability? Get help. Come talk to us. We have over 40 years of experience combined. Okay, we need to update that. I think we got a lot more now.
50
Uh,
actually.
yeah, I
Combined will be
know.
50 years easily.
We are so young. And looking forward to the next 50. It's amazing because don't sigh, Yen. Don't sigh. But it's amazing because we do have an impeccable track record. Okay, our clients love us. We're very effective what we do. So if you are at a career crossroad now, or if you're feeling career insecure, okay, or job insecure, come talk to us because we are because of our experience, because of our very specific experience in this niche, in this space of people who are in their 40s or maybe even their late 30s, who are thinking about job security, career relevance in the next 5, 10, 15 years, how to develop your career strategy. Because we've been so in this space for the past 6, 8 years, we can help you diagnose your situation quite quickly. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's our
And
superpower.
importantly, you headhunted for C-suite for a
For the
good 8
longest
years,
time. Yeah.
10 years, 12 years.
More 12
Um,
so
It's a
long
long time. It's a long time.
Yo, yeah, I know.
I headhunted in the mid-career space. I was recruiting. Anything. Well, my focus demographic was anything between 26 and 45 years kind. So I headhunted for over 8 years as well, and then I've been coaching. So we've done a lot of this. We're very
Yeah.
specific. But I also don't want to sell you a pipe dream. Like there is
Yeah.
going to be a
There's no quick
requirement that
fix. There's no
I don't
panacea.
have
There's no pill you
I
take.
don't have all the answers. There's
Yeah.
no quick fix. We support you on a journey, and that journey has its ups and downs. There are
Yeah.
amplitudes of stress.
Yeah.
We will be demanding. So
Yeah. We'll whip you into shape, okay? Like you go to a gym instructor and a gym instructor tells you, don't worry, you can do how many push-ups can you do? 5. Okay, 5 is good enough. Maybe next time you do 3. No, you're not gonna last with the
now,
gym instructor. You gotta go to someone who's gonna kick your butt, whip you into shape, and then you'll be
and then
healthier.
someone tells you
And
drink this special tea and you will lose weight.
oh yeah, remember the lady we met who wanted to buy career crystals for good luck and fortune for her. She said, "Oh no, you guys, if I'm going to spend $4,000 on coaching with you guys, I'd rather buy $4,000 worth of career crystals and deck my office with career crystals."
Whatever works for you. If you want to take care of that, that's great too.
Yeah.
I think there's it's a combination of
You know, it'd
everything
be the
because
biggest
it's all
irony for
going
that.
to be psychological.
It'd be the biggest irony for that lady
Big battle.
it'd be the biggest irony for the lady who bought the career crystals.
I don't
If
know.
she
Is she all right?
No, because irony is if she actually started a business in selling career crystals and she's making more money than all of us put together.
I would be so happy for her because I
I know,
think
that's so
sometimes,
funny.
okay,
You never know.
I
You never
feel
know.
like there's this thing that we can't explain, right?
Yeah.
We call it luck. Some of us are luckier than others. Some of us do whatever you need to do to take care of the unknown so that we can take
Yeah.
care of the known. But a long time ago, I was given this bookmark. It says, I believe in God, but I still have to study. So
that's true, that's true,
you can only do so much, but you still have to put in the work. So yeah,
That's true.
I don't want to make
Yeah.
it sound so easy because Adrian likes to tell people like we've helped so many people, we've done so much, and it's not. He makes it sound easy. It's not.
Yeah. It's not
It's
easy.
work in progress. It's work in progress.
It's not easy, it's not straightforward, but not a lot of good things in life doesn't come easy anyway. You gotta work for
I
it.
think
So
luck is manufactured.
I agree with you. So, if you are in such a situation, come talk to us. Okay, we have a career partner program designed for people who are thinking what's next, who are looking for a job. Maybe they want to get a promotion, or they just don't know why they're unhappy at work or unsettled, or something's nagging at them. If you are feeling that way, please come talk to us. We have a career program called the Career Partner Program, okay, which is very highly customized one-on-one sessions, talking to Yen, talking to me, where you get the benefit of two very experienced coaches walking you through all the possible pitfalls and how to get along better and faster.
Yeah, and I want to again reiterate the fact that a lot of people focus on getting the next job, but they don't focus on surviving and thriving in that next job.
Yeah.
Again, jobs, the moment it's work, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be not fun anymore. There'll be days that are good, there'll be days that are bad. And so, in addition to our career clarity program, we've got a whole host of other programs that
Oh
help you
yeah.
accelerate your
Come come
career,
come talk to us. Yeah.
help you play the long game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once again, if you have any career questions, come talk to us. And like what we always say, keep calm and career on. What are you planning to do this weekend, Yen?
I need to recover. Found a wonderful Chinese massage place that's just getting rid of all the knots. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
need help recovering from my 13 clicks. A whole week in,
I'm
we'll
gonna do
see.
a I'm gonna do a long ride this weekend on the Park Connector network. Don't worry, not on the main roads. But this Saturday afternoon,
Watch out for
something
mud puddles and thunderstorms.
mud puddles and yeah, okay, mud puddles and thunderstorms. Yeah, but this Saturday, something really big's gonna happen. No, I'm not talking about King Charles coronation.
Oh, is it?
It's yeah, I know. I
I
just heard
wasn't
about this
paying
morning.
attention.
Something even bigger than that. I'm gonna pop down to our good friend Neil Humphreys' book launch. He has a new book launch at Kino and Taka at this Saturday afternoon. It's I can't remember the
Have
title, but
fun.
it's his latest book. So I'm gonna go down and yeah, just hang out and congratulate him because this book is
Yeah,
quite well received, even in the UK. So it's we have a local legend
good
here.
for him.
So
Yeah,
exciting stuff.
nice.
So our homework for you, our dear listeners and viewers, if you're watching us now, okay, on a Friday or on a Saturday morning, is do your scenario planning. What if you got retrenched tomorrow? What if AI stole your job? What if your role was outsourced? Or what if a new boss comes in and makes life miserable for you?
Mm,
Okay. What's your backup plan? And if you have a good backup plan, fantastic. If you don't,
yeah,
come
it
talk
gives
to
you
us.
psychological safety, guys. It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come talk to us. Info@careeragility.org. In the meantime, have a great weekend ahead. And what we always say, keep calm and career on. Have a great one, guys.
TGIF.
Okay, bye.